morning, everybody. You've got me again. I'm really sorry.
And me.
You've got Christine and myself and Sam. You've got the team in today for 2 hours of Pinflair here on our live shopping. Oh, you've brought some goodies this time, haven't you? You can have the baskets and things. These are not in it. I'm just telling them first because I don't want you to be really disappointed when you get your packet home and it's not full of Easter eggs. However, we will be partaking in those in the break later, won't we? Bless her. Isn't she good, our Christine? So welcome everybody to our live shopping VIP. Like I say, we've got 2 hours of Pinflair and I'm super excited. Some of this I've not actually seen before, Christine.
Different again.
It is a bit different.
Bring you different things.
It is lovely. Oh, I'm just saying.
Brand new.
This is a bit special, so we'll come to that in a minute. So, how do you shop and how do you watch? So, obviously, if you're out there watching, you know how to watch. You're on social media, Facebook or Instagram. However, you can watch us on our website as well, and also, if you want to watch us in widescreen, you can watch us on YouTube, on your big telly. But you need to be shopping on your social media platforms, whether that be Instagram, Facebook, or on our website. Now, if you're shopping on the website, it is a little bit different. You have got all the elements down the side of the screen. You click on the one that you're wanting and then say add to basket, okay? Once it's in your basket, a little icon will appear. When you're ready for checking out, you click the basket and you go to log in and check out, okay, which is brilliant. That's super easy. However, if you're shopping on your social media platforms, you need a shop code. So this very first one, which is beautiful, I've got to say, is Shop Picnic. Okay, last night I was writing this out and I wrote it down as Shop Panic.
Well, we can do a bit of that as well if you like.
And I'm going like, because I've not got my glasses on properly, and I'm going, panic?
I wonder what she's going to be selling.
Then I realised it said picnic. No, there's no panic. It's Shop Picnic. This will pop it into your basket. Then you'll get a little social media message from us that says, thank you very much for your reservation. In there is a link. You open it up, click the link. It takes you to our website, to your basket. Log in and check out. That's how easy it is. And of course, Pinflair do have a brand shop there as well. So I would have a little peruse because there's things in there that you may have missed that might be there for you this time. So have a little look and a peruse before you check out because it's fabulous. So this one, can't believe you're doing these, Brian.
Well,
honestly.
This one doesn't come with fabric this time because we've bought paints and you can paint our boxes, you can cover them with papers or whatever you want. But this one is using some of the fabrics we've got on today's show.
It is.
But this all came about because of Carly. You
know, Carly? Or?
Well, you know, Carly, we was doing our big storage box that folds down.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, I want a picnic basket. So I went away and this is what I've come up with.
Thank you, Carly.
But it would make a lovely storage box.
It
makes a lovely
sewing box.
Lovely.
Absolutely
the size
gorgeous.
Is huge, isn't it?
It is huge.
It's one of the biggest kits I've done so far.
Yeah, that's that. You're going to be able to fill that with some proper stash in there. So you've got splits. You've got 2 cubbies. There's one that side and one that side. $12.99, everybody. $12.99. Absolutely brilliant. Now, stay tuned for the whole 2 hours because the lovely Christine has got some incredible demos. One of which is how to build in the basket. So Shop Picnic pops that into your basket. It just comes as the cartonnage without your fabric.
Everything you need is in there, apart from the fabric, which is a metre and book binding glue.
Yep. You need your glue. You need your glue in your fabric, or you can paint them like Christine suggested.
We've got some to show you in a minute.
So that's the first one. Shop Picnic, $12.99. Now this is super cute. This really is super cute.
And we've still got plenty of time. It will come out to you straight away. And we've got Easter on its way, but this doesn't have to be Easter. I've just used the Easter fabrics on today's show.
I love this. You know, when you're making a table decoration for that special occasion, you know, they do the sweet trolleys, don't they? I love that you've got this little, and it's not little. I'm just going to say, there's a lot of eggs in there. In fact, you've not, Oh yeah, it is full to the bottom. I thought you might have put something in the bottom and then filled it up. I would. I'd have a bit of tissue. Would you, Sam? Yeah. We'd have tissue in the bottom and one layer of eggs.
Well, there's a lot of you.
Yeah, oh, bless you. So shop garden, but you're not just getting a wheelbarrow.
No.
Absolutely not. You are also getting a large, a medium and small bird houses with this. You're getting all of that. $14.99, everybody. $14.99. Isn't that incredible? You've got to save. So Christine's done it as half price for you all,
yes.
Which isn't that wonderful? So again, you will need your fabrics and things, and there are those on the show. So as soon as we get to those, so hang fire checking out your baskets, because we've got the fabric that will go along, and we've got this lovely Easter fabric here too, which is just, I love it. It's delightful. It's really pretty, subtle print, isn't it? I love that. And I love that you've done it on the inside, that you can see the tulips on here as well.
This is a 1/2 metre piece of fabric has done all of the Easter pack, because in the pack you're going to get 3 packs of fabric.
Right.
No, you're not. I'm telling you fibs. You get 4 pieces of fabric in your pack, but it only takes 1/2 metre of the Easter fabric out of that set to do all of this. So if you went for the pack, 1 pack will do loads. So I've only used 1 piece of fabric for my samples.
That's brilliant. So if you're wanting to then multi-buy, which I'm going to say you are, because this is craft maths. We're doing a bit of, like we do ladies maths and men's maths.
Yes.
This is crafts maths, because I've seen that you're saving $14.99, so that means I can have another one.
Or the fabric.
Or the fabric, which is brilliant. Isn't that good? Brilliant. So that's your craft math. So I look at the savings first, not necessarily what I'm spending. I look at how much I'm saving and what that can go to. So now we're going to go on to...
And with that one, they're going to come to you as 3 separate kits. So if you want to separate them to give to friends, or, make different packs up, they're going to come to you like that.
Can they make and sell, Christine?
Yes, and use it as templates.
That is really generous.
Pinflair always says any of their kits can be used for templates.
That is really generous, thank you. So now we're going to go on to our lights. Maybe you're going to trim up your little wheelbarrow or your bird houses with these lovely little lights, and they are gorgeous. So you're going to get 3, okay? Shop Light puts 3 of these in your basket. You need 3 AAA batteries, but they are not included. No. You don't get the batteries. But aren't those lights beautiful? We do have them on a display on the back here. We'll have a little bit of, in a moment, we'll do a little bit of dimming of the light so you can see the effect, but they are gorgeous. So you're getting 3 strings of, so you're getting 3 boxes, and is there 8?
8 lights on each.
8 lights on each, which is lovely. Now, maybe you're wanting to decorate something like this, or maybe you're wanting just to put them in a jar, or you make fairy jars. They're a big thing, aren't they? I like those. Making a fairy jar, or even just a night light for the kiddies.
Yeah, they just look fun, don't
aren't they lovely? So maybe you've done a birdhouse and they're having it in their room, and then you fill it with lights and just have lights on the inside. That's fabulous. So $12.99 for all 3. Bargain. Absolute bargain. Now, I love this. You've already spied some of this on the picnic basket and on the lovely little bird houses. And this is a full bundle. There's quite a lot going on here. So I need to put my glasses on, so I'm telling you right. You are getting roses and bows. So it's shop lace to start off with. You are going to get 50 rosebuds, 50 of the 7mm little ribbons. So this is your embellishment pack, so you've got all of that to embellish with, and the colourways are perfect to go with the fabric and everything that Christine's bought with us. It all mixes and matches. But then you are going to be getting 7 different colours, okay, all of this, 3 meters of each one. That's a considerable amount of lace, and it's gathered lace, and it's 1/2 inch. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Now, when you see it on these, I'm going to bring this little look. Doesn't it just finish it off, that little added touch of something else? Yes, there's eggs in there as well. She's really spoilt us. Are you ready? Hello.
If you do a little Easter tree, then hanging on would look lovely.
Oh, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they gorgeous? Oh, I love these. Or even giving them as gifts that you put a little egg in. Yeah. They're stunning. $17.99, everybody, for this. a £7 saving from Christine for this one. So you're getting the ribbon, so the gathered lace, you are getting your bows and your lovely little roses all together for £17.99, which again is an incredible deal.
That's 21 metres of lace, so that's good, isn't it?
That's going some. That is going some to have 21 metres of lace. But when you've got beautiful things like this to decorate, you're going to use it.
Or as you said, round pinnies and little girls' dresses.
Yeah.
Or...
So maybe I've got a, there we go, on my pocket. I could go around my pocket with it, or across the top. I could go around here. So use it as your embellishments again, which is lovely. Now, when you have got your fabulous projects, your cartonnage pieces, you can either paint them or you're going to need some fabric. Just look at this fabric. Now, these really are beautiful. Now, you can see the colourways that we've got down here, and I wish you could just lean in and actually touch, because it's beautifully soft.
It's lovely, isn't it? Lovely fabrics.
Oh, are you having a... Isn't it lovely, Sam? It feels absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. You're going to get all four, okay? So this one is shot pastel, and these are your pastel baubles fabric. You're going to get all of them. So you're going to get your yellow, your cream, your blue and your pink, okay? All of those are coming to you £14.99.
That's half a metre on each piece.
Half a metre of fabric on each piece times 4 for £14.99. That's brilliant pricing. And it is beautiful, beautiful fabric. Like I say, I wish you could touch it. Then we're going on to the bloom. This is lovely. I like how subtle this is.
This is the one I used for the picnic basket.
It is really subtle. So you have got the mottled bloom fabric. Again, half a metre on each one. Again, £14.99. Isn't that just gorgeous? I really do wish you could. Look at that. And so you're getting all of those four colours. You've got that beautiful green. So the green is what you've chosen for the picnic.
And again, it was just a half a metre piece to do the box. And then I used a half a metre of a contrasting one, which we'll come to in a minute, for the inside. So the whole box takes 1 metre.
That is brilliant, isn't it? Now, when you consider how much a metre of fabric is, that's a substantial size project. It's not a little box. That is a really, that is a picnic. You could actually fill that as a picnic.
I did. I put 2 little glasses in it and I tried it for it. I didn't bring it with the stuff in it because we're not selling those, are we? But I put 2 of those little plastic champagne flutes in there.
Yeah.
There was 2 little side plates, knives and forks. The other side I had a little, we had an afternoon tea, so we had scones. As I did it when I was designing it with that blue fabric at the front.
Did you have Prosecco or was it gin?
It was my little, well, I'm a really cheapskate, really. I like Asti. So I get my little bottles of Asti, and I had 2 of them in it.
How about giving for that? I know Mother's Day has gone, but every day's Mother's Day, isn't it?
Yeah, or
to do
something.
That to do as a gift and to have it as a gift basket and then put it in that beautiful cellophane wrap.
Would lovely. Yeah.
It would be stunning, and they'd love it. Whether you're going to, you could have it you could have it with flour and everything in if you're a baker.
Of course.
Have it with so just as a gift giving. Yeah. Brilliant basket. So that is what Christine's used, the bloom. Now we're going to go on to shop etch. Now, if you get in close, it's a paisley etch on the fabric.
And that's really the cream one subtle. I used on the inside of my box.
So that top one, we'll tip the box up in a bit so you can see that cream one on the top is the inside that Christine used. And then I've got to say it, I'm sorry everybody, my favourite has got to be Shop Easter. Look at those colours. I adore this. Again, half a metre with each one. And again, it's £14.99. Absolutely, isn't that just a beautiful print? Love it. And then the floral one, this is actually it's embossed, but it feels like it's embroidered.
It is,
doesn't it? It does feel like it's got embroidery on it.
I just went with the colours in the fabric to make a pack. So, and they all work well together. So if you can go for more than one, if you're a quilt maker or dressmaker or anything, these will all mix and match together to make lovely little things.
Beautiful fabric. So each one is £14.99. We have a question, Christine.
Oh, right.
A question. Just bear with. Could I ask, please, if we could put varnish on And can the things then go into the garden outside? I think if you aquastone it, I'm going to say if you varnish them and aquastone them, yes.
No, I don't think any of the varnishes we sell, but I'm sure you do on your...
The aquastone, Cadence aquastone, I'm going to say, because that can go outside, that if you aquastoned them, you will end up with them shiny. But if you're painting them and then you aquastone them afterwards, I don't see why they can't go outside.
But I wouldn't do it with our ones because ours are water-based. So,
yes. No, the aquastone is for external. It's for going outside.
Ooh,
so
might have some of that to try.
Yeah, I know, right? So that would be brilliant. So yes, I'm going to say yes, you can. Morning, Angie, and everybody that's shopping with us this morning. Thank you, my lovelies. Now, I haven't told you yet because I left it as a surprise. The lovely Christine has got a giveaway for everybody. Okay, so I'm stood next to it now. So here we are.
The Pro Cut? No. Can I enter?
Not the Pro Cut. Oh, she's cheeky this morning. I can see how this 2 hours is going to go. I can. You know you can tell, can't you, Sam?
Yeah.
No, this is what you're going to be getting. Not the samples. You're getting the kits to make the square tissue box holder and the rectangle tissue box holder. Here, look, with the fabric to cover them. How cool is that? So you need to type in win in the comments, and Christine will be sending it. Well, Sam will be sending it out. That will come out to one very lucky winner. So all you need really for that is your scissors and your glue.
Yeah, tub of bookbinding glue.
That's it. And the bookbinding glue that leads me on perfectly.
Very good.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
You've done this before?
So we've got our bookbinding glue. I'm still learning though. We've got Shop Book, okay? $13.99 gets you all of them. All 3 tubs. And there's even a little tiny... I love these. I love a spatula. You know, when you were at school, can you email in everybody? I used to say, when the teacher used to say like, you were on the clean up, I love doing this, picking all the old glue off. They'd all look like they were brand new by the time I finished, because I loved
that
it.
Job.
Don't you?
When we're on the cruises, that's what Nigel has to do, because we use them in the classes, and then he has to sit there, but he doesn't mind doing it. But
I love doing it.
Hate the job.
I'll come on a cruise with you if
Will
you want
just
me to
pick
clean
things?
them. Yeah,
Of course you
absolutely, I will. Trying. So we can also then shop gel. Now, Christine, I was really excited when I saw this. Christine has brought the tin. The tin, okay? Now, on this tin, Christine has used this glue gel to stick all sorts on it.
28 years ago that tin was made.
28 years ago. That's a 2 and an 8, okay? That wasn't last week. It's 28 years ago. Shop gel. $12.99 is going to get you 2 of the Pinflair 3D glue gels, okay? Including 2 of your syringes, and the little tops are in there, look, and it's in there so they don't go missing. So when you take the plunger out, remember to take the top out before you fill it. And you're also going to get your metal key that twists the glue down as well, okay? When you get to the end, don't throw your key away. Use it again for another one, okay? Take it back off when you've twisted it. $12.99. Brilliant. And you've got a £3 saving on that. Absolutely. If you're multi-buying on that, I definitely would, because it's a true bargain. Now, we've got another one, Shop Glue. This is your Glue It. Again, 3 bottles, $14.99. And it's the same glue in the bookbinding glue. Yeah. It's just in this one, it's in a lovely squeezy bottle with a fabulous precision nib, okay? So it's got a brilliant precision nib and a really soft squeezy bottle, which is just fantastic. So for your precision gluing and dotting, though, that one's to go for. So that is Shop Glue, $14.99. But for your bigger pieces, your cartonnage and everything, this is the way to go for your bookbinding. So this is Shop Book, 3 of them, $13.99. Okay, you've got savings across the board on all of this. Now we've got a little bit more cartonnage to show you, because I love doing these. So we've got Shop Heart. Isn't that just adorable? Now I can see that at a wedding.
Yeah.
Or after a wedding with wedding photos in it. bit of a romance. It could be, oh, could you imagine? Could you imagine if it's Valentine's and you got proposed to on Valentine's and you got the photos for it? That'd be a proper
Lovely.
keepsake, wouldn't it?
It will. And it also, this one does come to you with the daffodil fabric and the lace, the waddings in there as well. The stand for it to stand on absolutely everything you see there.
And it's substantial, this. It's quite a big piece. Or you could do this and have a photo in the middle.
Yeah, there's so much you could do with this kit as
Loads
well.
you can do with this.
You could make them as single hanging decorations if you wanted to.
And save your hoop for another one.
Yeah.
You could even have that as a wreath, couldn't you?
Yeah, and use them as cut out as well.
Because when you turn around, look, they're all single. Okay? Isn't that lovely? The stand's brilliant. And then you've got the actual hoop. Now, Christine, very cleverly, because you're looking at that and you're going, how has that gone in there? And I thought that the very first time. I thought, blimey, Christine, how have you got that in that packaging? It's because, very clever. Look, the pieces.
You get 8 of them. So you 4 to make the first circle, 4 to make the second circle.
You offset them like you're laying bricks and it makes a solid one. How good's that? That is really good. That's proper. That's thinking that. That's a crafter making crafty goodies for us, which is brilliant. So that one is $12.99. Then this is super cute. I think this, if you've got, this could definitely be a cake topper.
Yeah,
if you've got a special
nice
birthday
big
cake.
birthday or something.
Yeah, it would.
But it was originally designed, I used to be a nursery nurse. And when everybody in the class has their birthdays.
Yes.
We used to have this and this design, so it goes back a long time. This was what we'd bring out when it was their birthday. So we'd all bring this out, they'd light it up and we could all sing happy birthday to them. So it was their special thing to get out. So that's a little...
That's really cute. So for all you nursery teachers or teachers in general, that will be a big hit. So you need one of those in your basket. I love that story. That's really cute. But also, for those birthdays, celebrations, it would be reusable.
Oh gosh, yes, definitely.
Again and again and again and again.
I don't even know how long ago I actually made that one.
It's lovely. Now, as you can see, it's lit up. So this is using the string lights. Can we have some assistance, please, Lewis? Are we ready? Are you ready with the oohing, Sam? Are you ready? Because it's like fireworks. Are we ready? And 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Isn't that just adorable? We love these. So remember those lights. We can have the lights back, please. Thank you. Don't be looking at them when they switch them back on. So that is your shop lights. Remember, you get 3 of those. That is $12.99 for all 3, but they don't come with the batteries. You do need to get your batteries. But that finishes it off beautifully.
Just gave it a little bit of something,
doesn't it? Yeah. Absolutely love that. Or you could do something a little bit different with it. Now, you could do it this way. So we've got shop birthday. It gets you this particular one. Now, you can see it covered in the fabric, which looks lovely. I love that it's covered in the fabric. You can do it with your paints, okay? And it comes as a flat pack, just like this. So you're just going to pop out the elements and build it.
It will come with the stand as well. They all come with everything, so the stand's in there as well.
Oh, there, look.
And your rings to make it onto.
See, it's not one, again, you're thinking, how's that fit in there? It's because of that special cutting.
The other thing you also get, I know I've pushed some bits out of this and they're in my bag ready, but you've got a nice stencil afterwards.
Oh,
so it comes to you
like
as a whole sheet, so you've got one that says happy and one says birthday.
But you've got all the balloons.
Everything, is on that
Oh, I like that. That's a bit clever, so use that afterwards as well.
Don't get rid of it. Cause
you could even, you could draw around it
anything,
and have it as names and things. I like that idea. So it comes to you like this, but you're going to be able to do this. How you then decorate it with the fabric. Remember, all the fabric on the show that we've got today is $14.99 each one. Shop Pastel, Shop Bloom, Shop Etched and Shop Easter. Those are the fabrics that we've got that would look beautiful on this. And there's lots and lots of colourways. They all work fabulously together.
Yes, they all would.
Wouldn't they? You can absolutely mix and match. So maybe you want to do a pattern background and you want a plain happy birthday. Absolutely, you can do that. It looks stunning. So like I say, we have got the paints. It can be painted. So shop birthday for that. But leading me on to paint, we have got our acrylic. So Christine's brought this acrylic. So this is shop paint, and I'm going to bring it forward for you. You are going to get your Pinflair paint, and there are 5 bottles. This is really heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
And round here on the back, you're going to get your brushes of different sizes, okay, which is fabulous. So you're getting 6 brushes, and you're going to get your paint palette as well, so you can do your mixing if you wish. So all of that, $17.99.
And it's not just normal PVA paint.
No.
It's because we wanted a paint to go onto polystyrene, which is a really hard. To find a paint that will go onto polystyrene in one coat is really hard.
Because it wipes on and wipes off,
yeah,
doesn't it?
it just goes see-through-y, pastel-y colours. This is one-coated paint.
Is that polystyrene?
Yeah. It's a
Do
polystyrene
you know,
duck.
I thought, that's really I thought, well, I'll go to the foot of our stairs. I thought these were pots.
No.
I thought Christine's been raiding the garden and taking the pots out the garden. They're polystyrene, everybody.
And it's one coated polystyrene, and on top of it is our Gloss-It on this one. We've used a bit of Gloss-It. It's got a little bit damaged and get in here, but it's got Gloss-It on top of it.
His nose.
Because it's a matte paint, but you can make it glossy.
Look, I really did think these were pot. They're really not. They're polystyrene. That's incredible. So you had that you had to find a paint
that would do it, because
did that.
one coat of normal PVA wouldn't just not do it. And then the baskets, the wheelbarrow's done the same way with stencils. And even I tried a bit of Steph's.
Wow. One stroke painting. How cool is that? Steph will be delighted that you've had a go. She'll think, ah. Bless him. So Stephanie would actually be delighted that you've had a go at that. Yeah, you want to be. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So for that one, it's shop paint, $17.99. Now you've seen everything on the counter, all the brand new, the cartonnage, the ribbon, everything that you're going to need to make creations that look like this. So now we're going to do a bit of a demo for you, because I know you're wanting to see what's happening. I'm just going to tip it up for you all. Now remember, that is Shop Bloom for the... It fell down. Shop Bloom for the outside material, and the inside is Shop Etched, okay? And then, of course, we've got Shop Lace for that. Doesn't it just finish it lovely? Doesn't it? It is really, but the material feels gorgeous. I love this. I really do wish you could feel this. Message in everybody that's already bought our lovely Christine's material previously, just so you can actually say how lovely it is, because I can stand here every hour of the day and tell you that it's beautiful, but coming from yourselves really means a lot. So I just want to say a very quick hello while Christine sorts herself. We've got our Lynn, Carol, morning, Marie, Julie, hello. Good morning, Richard. Yeah, I know you're watching. You're there. Jonathan, we've got Jane. Oh, we've got everybody on here. Well, lots of love for you this morning, Christine, which is fabulous.
Thank you. Just had to do your job then. Pick me glue off my spatula. Too late. Done it now.
How lovely is this? Isn't that just the best thing? Right, I'm going to shut up now so Christine can show us how to make it.
With the bookbinding glue, it's the same as we always tell you, little is more. You just need to literally put it on and scrape it all off again. You need it to be shiny, not white.
Right.
White works, but you don't need it. And now that it becomes a tacky glue, and it sticks straight away.
Look at that.
So all over that first, using the glue first, and then stick it down.
Now that was quick.
1 centimetre overlap all the way round. This box is really, it looks really complicated. It's such an easy box to make, this one. So just do this one piece. It comes to you with all the pieces you need, and this one, sometimes we say to you, oh, you have to do this bit and don't join it together and then put the insides in. You cover all the pieces flat.
Oh, that makes it super easy.
Made the instructions easy. So yeah, we cover all the pieces. If you get fluffy little corners where you've mitered your corners, add the glue to the right side, push it away from you, and that gives you those perfect corners.
Look at that. This, and again, this is on your shop bloom. So this is your shop bloom fabric. Let me get them so you can see them. Am I all right to take them off of here because you need to see these fabrics.
And then
These
if
are
you've got
beautiful.
curve shapes, we just do little snips with our scissors. I've got the little ones, that are easier. And I just go all the way around. If it's got a curve shape, this would be for the wheelbarrow, things like that. You just do little snips up to the cardboard, right up to the cardboard. It doesn't make it harder to cover in any way, but it lets it lay flat. And then if you take one down, and then they'll overlap each piece. And if you find you've got one standing up, that gives you that lovely curve.
That's nice.
Just a little bit of glue on the piece that won't lay flat because it's overlapping onto fabric to fabric.
So that piece is the handle that sits in the middle.
Yes.
Lovely.
So you cover all of these pieces separately. So we've got them all here covered. So I've covered every piece separately.
I love your blue Peter.
And then because you've covered them all separately, you're gluing the same pieces together. So you'll have a thick and a thin glued together.
Right.
And I'll just get all of those out. So that's the two ends of my basket.
Yes.
The two sides of my basket. With the sides, I've measured halfway down each piece. This is so when we come to do the actual basket, we know exactly where to stick the handle.
Lovely.
The base is done the same way. Covered two pieces, thick and thin, again, and one piece down the middle.
Oh, you're not making it and then putting the insides inside.
No, we're going to build it as a box now. Just putting these to one side for a minute because we're going to make our box first. And then this is where I was supposed to have brought with me my sellotape dispenser but I've got a handy person standing right next to me.
You have. I can be your helping hand anytime.
Good. Because we just put the glue. This is all you need to make that box. I haven't used any other glue. I've just used my bookbinding glue along that edge. That will stand on here. And it's the right size, the lines match.
Shall I hold?
And then you hold for a moment for me, thank you. It won't take long to stick. Then we take our end piece.
I don't come with the kit, by the way.
That's where the sellotape would come, or masking tape, or some sort of tape would come in handy.
I'd love to, but I don't.
So I'm just going along that edge and this edge first.
How easy is it? So really, the only thing that you need with this kit is your material and your glue.
Yes. We sometimes bring kits with materials, but we thought this one is such a lovely basket and it can be for any occasion.
Shall I?
You've been all right still?
Yeah, I'm fine.
That first one will nearly be stuck. I've just got to push it together a little bit. That's it, my darling.
Here we go.
It doesn't take long to stick. It just takes that few moments. Now this one again is going to be, I've got to do this edge because I want it to sit those
Flush.
In the middle
Yep.
and this along the bottom.
So you're doing two edges on this one.
Yep. So the bottom edge.
On this one where you're putting your glue on, it's still white. Are we all right? We haven't got to scrape it
I
or
have
scrape
put a
it
little
off.
bit too much on there, but only because I'm rushing, really. But
I've let go of that one. I don't need to hold that one anymore. That's how quick it is.
And then this edge, I'm going just down this edge.
Ow!
That's why the sellotape's quite good. I'll hold it with you for a few moments. It will only take us a moment, and that's still tacky, so you haven't got to worry.
No, it isn't. It still really is sticky.
You haven't got to reapply your glue. We just hold for a few moments. We'll be patient for a second.
Yeah, this is it. This is where, and you don't mind doing this because you know it's going to look beautiful. So how do you put your ribbon in the middle?
2 seconds, we'll show you that. 2
Oh.
seconds, 2 seconds, sorry. So if I had sellotape there, we could have just taped these on and put it to one side.
Do you want to slide it my way so I can be
Is that all
holding
right
it?
for you? Yeah.
Slide it along the. That's it.
Just hold for a few moments. It won't take. It will. All of a sudden it will go. So then we've done that bit. We've done our 2 handles.
Yep.
And on the handles, I've glued, the lace just gets glued around.
Oh.
And I'm just using the same glue. So just a tiny amount of glue around there and your lace goes on. The other piece we've got the other side, because we've made, in your pack, you've got 4 of these thick ones. 2 become your inside piece, and this is shirting in between. I've done it in every stage on this one for you. So you've got this in your pack, it's called shirting.
Right.
We cover that with fabric, and the reason we cover that with fabric is because that doesn't matter how many times you open and close this box, that's your hinge.
Oh, right, so it's not a paper hinge?
No, it's shirting. It's like a tape. It doesn't, it's really, really stiff.
Yeah, really strong.
So it's the stuff they would use in the binding of a book.
Oh, right, yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's going to, so you glue that on across your piece and draw a line. So that will tell you where your handle's going to go. And that piece I just covered, there is one there, is here. Will get glued on here. That way around might be good though, Christine. Whew. So that will get glued onto here. Yeah. And then those 2 pieces back to back.
Oh, so it really is a flat pack self. It really is. This is super simple.
Every piece of this is pictured for you.
Brilliant.
Lots of pictures in the instructions, and then that will go inside on those lines we've drawn. I think you could let go now, I'm sure.
Just with the glue again?
Yeah. Just glue this inside, down that edge, along the bottom, up this side, and it goes on that line that's already drawn in the box. Then we do our flaps.
How cool is this? This is really lovely, isn't it? So I can see this. You know, the lovely Sam, her mum's got a doggy daycare. I can see this with the treats in, Sam.
So that would go in there. So if you just rest for a moment, just so I show you. This then would go onto the inside. This is your thin piece. Yeah. Don't glue that, but this bit gets glued on. Right. So we just hold that for a few moments again when you've glued it. Then you've covered your flaps with the lace all the way round, and that will get glued on top of that. So that shirting is then sandwiched in between those 2 pieces. Yeah. Oh, it couldn't be any easier, could it? That? That is so easy. I think it's one of the easiest kits I've designed. Really with the way I've made it easy to put together. Really easy to put together. This could, 10% on the picnic. I'm not surprised, because now I'm thinking it can go in your bathroom. You know, for your hair products and things like that. So many places. For the youngsters with all the bubbles and things in it. And the same thing goes, if you buy a kit, you can use it as a template, make more if you want to. Brilliant. Thank you. Very generous with that. That is fabulous. So remember, this particular fabric, if you're wanting to make exactly what Christine's done, you're going to need the shop bloom. So that's where you're going to get that beautiful teal from. And then on the inside, it is shop etched, and it's a paisley etched design on the inside, which is beautiful. Again, all the fabrics are 1/2 metre pieces. So in total, you're getting 2 meters of fabric for $14.99, which is a bargain. Okay. You can actually get pastel as well. So the pastel is the bauble on the top. Shop bloom is the one that I was just showing you. Shop etch, that is the cream from the inside of the box. And then to finish off, we've got Shop Easter, and that is the fabric that Christine's done all of these beautiful birdhouses. Okay, I hope you're all putting in the comments win, because very generously, this is what you're going to be winning. It's both kits and that beautiful fabric that you're going to be able to make, just not only just the square tissue holder, but the rectangle one as well. Aren't they beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. So pop in shop win, you're in the chance of actually getting that. So where are we going to next? I think I'll do the wheelbarrow next. Wheelbarrow. I love this wheelbarrow. Look at this. So I'm just going to, while Christine's getting that out, I want to talk to you about this. Now, it's Shop Garden.
Now in here, you're going to get this, and this is a really big piece, okay? Again, just like the picnic, the wheelbarrow is a substantial piece. It's quite big. So you're getting the cartonnage for this. You are also getting your large, your medium, and your small, okay, birdhouses. That's what it looks like in kit form. So all those 3 packs are going to come to you. So in total, you're getting how many? 4, 5, 6. You're getting 7 pieces of cartonnage, and these are really big projects, this one, and they're going to look beautiful. So Shop Garden for all of this. However, it is just the cartonnage, which is the wooden, it's the board pieces. You will then need to add in a fabric. So any of the fabrics that we've just talked about. So whether that be pastel, bloom, etch or Easter to pop into this. And also don't forget your lace. So shop lace again is another fantastic addition. I can't believe how much lace you've put in this. You are going to get 50 lovely little rose ribbon roses, 50 of the lovely 7 mil. So yeah, that is right.
7 mil bows, yeah.
Little bows, and they all match. Have you seen the coordination that's going on here? Together with this bundle of your gathered lace, okay? Isn't it stunning? So there's 3 meters of each one. So 3 meters of each one times 7 colors. That's 21 meters of ribbon lace to do with what you like. You could have it on your birdhouses. You could have it around the top or around the edge of your wheelbarrow, on your picnic basket, as you can see. You could have it on this because it comes in this one, doesn't it, as a kit. You could put it on your birthday one, wherever you want to actually decorate. Or, like we said, you can decorate other things like pinnies and things like that. So that is shop lace. It's true bargain, $17.99. If you can multi-buy, I'd multi-buy that one.
And if you went for 1 pack, if you could only go for 1 pack of fabric, it would do the birdhouses and a wreath. You know, so
there's a lot in it.
In one packet.
There's a lot in there.
Just that I like to use, because I can.
I do the multi-mixing. You've mixed this up. So on this one, again, you have used pastel and Easter on this one.
This is how the instructions come to you. So they're all pictured, even down to where to paste them on fabrics as well.
To get the most out of your fabric.
Yep.
Brilliant.
So we've done that for you, but that's just to show you that was in the pack, so I knew it was there. And the other thing we might do is open that piece of fabric up to show, because there's more pictures on it than you think. Sorry.
No, I'm
While
fine.
You're doing
Get
that,
me steps in.
While you're doing that, though, I will start just putting the glue onto the cardboard.
Oh, I've got to tell, it feels beautiful, this does. Oh, look at this. I will show you all, I promise. I'm just going to have a moment with the fabric.
I'm doing your job again. Cleaning with spatulas.
Look at this. Oh, I love that. You've got tulips and flowers and Easter baskets full of Easter eggs. You've got the ditzy ones. You've got the little chicks. You've got the gingham stripes on there. You've got your daisies. Those Easter eggs are stunning, aren't they? Look at them all decorated. Then you've got your rabbits. There they are, just for Sam. There's the lovely, and they've all got the little cute bows on. Then we go down to the daffodils. That's a lot before it then repeats.
Yes, yeah. And the reason I wanted you to show that is if things like the little birdhouses, there's enough fabric. Every one of those match. I'm a bit of a, when I'm doing my designs, so I only use the daffodil part on my little birdhouses. But my wheelbarrows, I wanted the sides to all match. So this side is exactly the same as this side.
Continuity is what that's called.
I'm a little bit obsessed about things like that.
A bit of continuity going on there. I would be exactly the same.
You've got so much in your pack, you can do that.
Hold on a minute, it's just touching the floor there. So you're nearly getting, can I hide behind most of it? Yes, you can. So is it just up to my neck? Yeah, so that's a lot of fabric.
114 inches there.
That's a lot of fabric that you're getting. Brilliant. I love that. It's just adorable colourway, isn't it? You could make you could make your place settings.
Yeah, It's just so
table
lovely.
runners, cozies,
It's just so lovely,
bows for little girls' hair, your
Such
bunny
pretty-
ears.
So pretty.
It is pretty.
So just
Love
take the thin layer of the glue like we did before. Now it's a tacky glue. And we place that onto our fabric. We don't have to, and the other good thing about that fabric is it's got straight lines for you to follow as well.
I know, right?
So you haven't got to worry about getting it accurate because it's done for you. Flatten that out. We'll just miter the corners just across here.
I folded it back up, really lovely. You wouldn't know I've even been.
But every piece of all of those fabrics are the same size as you've just held up.
That's a lot of
So
fabric,
it's a lot of
Christine.
fabric.
It is a lot of fabric. Lot.
So just mitering the corners.
Yep.
About 1 centimetre overlap all the way around, like I did before, down the edges, and this will be the base of your wheelbarrow. I'll just do one because that's the boring bit. Do the same all the way around. Do two, the same. So like we've just done with that box,
Yep.
single pieces stuck together. This is a little bit more complicated, and I did explain to you before I started, when you get your kit home, put the thick and thin together and put a cross on it. And the cross side will go down on your fabric. That way you'll get your sides all matching. I said before I'd made a wheelbarrow and mine ended up like that. I had the wrong colours on the wrong side and the wrong piece because I covered them all in the same way. It does tell you that in your instructions though, and it is worth doing. Even however many times I've done it, the same goes with these.
Okay.
Because you've got pairs.
Right, okay.
So if you've ever got a pair that's not a square or a rectangle, you need to make sure you've got the right pieces that go together. And again, it's just a thin layer of the glue onto your cardboard. And the same as we did with that handle for the basket, little snips all the way round. So that's all the glue you need, no more than that. You don't need to use loads and loads of it. And when you're positioning it on your fabric, you'll find there's the handle I cut out and covered already. So use
There's a bit extra.
use every piece up as you can. Flatten it out, takes all your creases out. If you've got a crease in there, just rub it for a moment. And then it's going to be little snips all the way around, the curvy bits.
So you advise to do this every time with them when
If
you've
it's
got a curve.
curvy piece yet, because it will lay so much flatter. If you try to cover that without it, it's all bulky and it doesn't lay
I've
flat.
got you.
The little snips cover easily, and you only need about a 5mm overlap all the way around. We're not dressmaking, so it doesn't have to be really, really accurate. Just enough all the way around it, really.
See, I would even keep the little bits. You never know when you might need that. Lovely. Good morning, everybody. And we're now... Our lovely Carol. Thank you, Carol. Carol Lewis, these kits are so easy to construct and the instructions are brilliant. You can't go wrong.
Thank you.
Thank
well,
you,
you can
Carol.
if you're like me.
Yeah.
Do as I tell you, not as I do.
Just make sure you put the marks on everything where you need the
Gets
marks
that really
to
nice
be.
curves.
Look at that. That's
So
really easy,
really
isn't it?
Neat. And then you glue in two of those together,
Yep.
back to back. And I have glued this one only because this one does take a few moments to dry.
Right, okay.
And this is going to be under a little bit of pressure here.
Right, okay.
We're going to glue this piece in here, and that gives you that perfect wheelbarrow shape.
But all you've put there is that glue.
Bookbinding glue, yeah. Yeah, that's all that's on here. That's all I use for all my kits. And this will just get down.
Oh, wow. I thought you'd have used a different glue for that because
no.
it's obviously under pressure. That's brilliant.
This here, and you know how heavy my toolbox is, has got the metal bearing in there, and all I've stuck that on with is my bookbinding glue. It's fantastic.
It's like
glue.
super glue. It is
It's
like, and I
fantastic.
don't mean super glue. I mean it's amazing, like a superhero super glue. How cool is that? Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and that's only stuck on with my bookbinding glue, but it's really heavy, isn't it? It's got
That
so
is
much
heavy.
in it.
Yeah, I mean, when you look how much that Christina's managed to get in there, and then there's room for more. That is lovely. I love that.
Right, so that's glued now in there. And we do this exactly the same way as we just did our basket.
Yep.
And again, just spend a few seconds. I'll move all this rubbish out of my way.
Nothing will go to waste. I'm pretty sure it will be made eventually.
No, yeah, it's just my Blue Peter pieces. I have hundreds of. Then just check that you've got the right piece, because they're not the same. This one's slightly smaller.
Oh, right, okay.
So the
smaller
gives
one,
you that proper back's
and
higher
back.
than the front. So that one will not go on there, but you can see straight away. You can see that
this,
so it's got to go this way round.
Right, okay.
So we do the same as we just did, and this goes on with the wheelbarrow. This one goes on the outside this time, so I do it on this one because we wanted it from the front to look neat.
Yes.
So do that
because it's front facing. You don't want the edge of the other piece.
So this one goes on here like this.
Would you like me to assist?
Just for a
again?
moment, yes, please. It just takes that few moments to grab.
Yeah, because I mean, glue isn't instant, is it? You know, when you're making things, it's not an instant fix. You have to have
and it does dry quicker, but it does take that few moments.
And I've got to say to everybody, it's not that warm in here today.
Well, some of us think it is, honestly.
I'm feeling a little chilly, so depending on where you are as well, it may also take a little bit longer for you to dry.
There's a few people with fleecy jackets on.
I had to take mine off to come in here. It suggests that the heating's on. I don't think so.
Right, so we just push that up a little bit. It should be holding nearly, so it just be.
Right, are we all right to?
Mine might a few seconds. I want to glue the other side. You see.
Right, I'm having that.
Right, so this one goes again because it's going on the end.
Yes, because you've got, so as you can see from the front there, what Sam's got, nice, neat front edge because we've glued that edge.
But on the box, I did it the opposite way around. But it tells you all of this in your instructions. I'm just going to come on the other end just to hold for a second.
You all right there?
Yep. Just move it to place. Ah, I was all right. It will get tacky in 2 seconds, it will be.
Just have to have the patience to wait for the glue to start drying out.
Only takes that tack.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long at all.
And the more I put on, the more I have to wait.
So if you do what Christine tells you,
I think we're right.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah. Well, not quite, but anyway, you can get the idea.
Yeah.
This will then get glued on top. That's your base.
So that neatens all your edges up because it's a solid piece on the base.
On the bottom.
Lovely.
This has moved just slightly, but it will. And then you just glue this in the centre on top. Wheelbarrow finished.
And then, just in Blue Pizza fashion, here's one Christine made earlier. Look at that. Do you know, even though you filled it with eggs, this could be, you could have a little pot or a little polystyrene rabbit sat in here with grasses and florals. So it could be a floral decoration.
Yeah.
There's so many multi-uses that you've got for these. They are just amazing.
We've done them in normal fabrics and had them when we have picnics. We put all the sauces and things in them, things like that outside.
That's a top idea.
Yeah, this one I gave as a little hamper with all all gardening things in, little packets of seeds.
I love that. So as you can see here, look, we've got...
Sorry, I'll move.
No, you're all right. All these, if you've got somebody that is a gardener, it is the present to give, isn't it? You've got your string, your seeds, your little greenhousey thing that's in there.
That was just a really inexpensive pack from one of these stores, you know.
So, where would you like us to recap, my lovely, so Christine can get ready for her another demo? Shall I just go up and down? The glues. Let's go to the glues. Are you all right for a minute?
Do you want to take my tin with you?
Can I take the tin?
You can take my tin.
This tin. Now, when we talk about the tin, this is the tin. Come along over here. Now, all of this, everything, you can see, what's that one? Have we got pennies on here
We've got
as well?
coins, yeah. We've got coins on there. We've got onyx. We've got jade. We've got plastics. We've got old jewellery.
And it's all around the outside, look.
Charms, buttons.
All of this has all been stuck on. Can you believe it? All of that has been stuck on here with the glue gel that's in the middle. Okay, and it's a proper metal tin. And none of this, that is not going anywhere. okay?
The only piece that's ever been redone is the chopsticks, because when I put it into one of the baskets, they caught on the side and it broke rather than come unstuck.
Oh.
So they're glued together with it as well as glued on.
Oh, so we've got repair as well. We've got repair on here with the glue gel. Now, I do know with this glue gel, lovely Martin Parker, bless him, repaired his shower door with it. He's inside of his freezer.
That was the one that got me.
It was broken.
Door inside.
Inside the freezer door, he repaired that with the glue gel as well. And he's not had to do anything with it since, which is just amazing. So can you imagine that that's under actual temperature as well, and it's still working. So Shop Book gets you 3 of the bookbinding glue pots together with your spatula. Okay, that does come with them for £13.99. £1.76 saving on that, guys, but you do get all 3, and these are chunky pots. There's a lot of glue in here. These are 120ml in those pots, so there's quite a lot of glue. Then we're going to move on to Shop Gel. Said tin. Famous tin this is. It's been on the telly and all sorts, hasn't it? Lots of times.
Every show, when I used to do all the exhibitions, it came with us every time.
So Shop Gel, you're getting 2 of them. So you are going to get both of these with your syringes and the metal key. Now, when you open these, there is a seal. Okay. You've got the foil seal on the end. You just remove that. Okay. And then you use your key at this end, just like you do with the corned beef tin, on there, and you wind it down. You only need a couple of turns of the key to pop into your syringe, okay? Because less is more, because you don't want to overfill your syringe and then not use it all, okay? When you've finished using it, you give it a good squeeze and you get a dome of the glue at the top. Now, I do this all the time because I use this every day. Every single day I use this glue. Give it a squeeze and you get a little dome of glue. Pop the lid on and screw it down while you're still applying the pressure, so you don't let air in. Screw it down nice and tight, and that then creates a seal and a vacuum, so air can't get in there and set the glue, okay? So every day I use this, and our lovely Amber when we're doing the boards, we use all of this glue. And then Shop Glue is your Glue It. Now inside your Glue It, again, you're getting 3 of the bottles, £14.99. It is the same glue in the Glue It as it is in the bookbinding, but Christine's giving it us in a different way. Now, if you're using your big cartonnage pieces and you need to get in there with the spatula, because you can take the lid off, you've got a real big, nice, wide tub, because you do the other spatulas as well, haven't you? Yeah. So you can get your spatula in. They are on the brand shop, so if you want the bigger spatulas, go onto the brand shop and you'll find them there. So it gives you a bigger coating quicker. So when you're covering everything with a full piece of fabric, that's how you would use this. So all of this works. You need all of it, absolutely. So that's your bigger pots. This one has got the precision tip. So if I show you that lovely fine tip there, and it's a really soft squeezable bottle. It really is. It's ever so soft, the bottle, for you to be able to squeeze. Now this is for your precision work. Maybe you may be like myself and use tattered lace quite a lot. Those lace doilies, those big lace elements, this, putting your dots of glue on it, really helps because it's a precision tip. So £14.99 for that one. So Shop Book gets you the pots, Shop Gel gets you the 3D glue gel, and then Shop Glue gets you the precision nozzles. Again, you're getting 3 of those. And then just to go quickly remind you about the fabric, Pastel is here. So Shop Pastel, beautiful colourways, absolutely gorgeous. Shop Bloom, and that is that gorgeous teal. That's where you're going to get that lovely teal that the picnic basket is in. You've got Shop Etch, which has got the lovely inside piece of fabric, which is that lovely cream colour. And then finally, Shop Easter. All of those are £14.99. They are all, you get all 4 pieces, and they're all ½ metre. So you're getting 2 metres of fabric in each pack, which is just amazing. And then something that I think everybody needs to be popping into the basket is the lace, because you're getting 50 of the lovely ribbon roses, 50 of the 7mm ribbons, and you're getting the gathered lace, which is what has decorated all the cartonnage. So £17.99, you're getting 21 metres of lace. There are 7 colours and there's 3 of each one, 3 metres, and it's ½ an inch. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Remember that used to be around the top of my socks.
Yeah, little
Used
socks.
to have that on my little socks.
Yeah, we all did. Yeah, I had those.
Yeah, didn't we?
And we used to, because there's only 15 months between my sister and myself, and I had one colour and she had to have we never had the same colour lace on our little socks.
So you didn't get mixed up? There were no falling out? No falling out.
The rows we had over socks in our house, always, because we'd just, they're mine.
Because you do. You know what it's like when you've got your siblings.
Yep.
Look, that's what it is. That is your shop bloom teal. Inside is your shopped etch, which is your paisley etch. And that lace, doesn't it just finish it off beautifully? That is your gathered lace. Where are we going to now?
So this is what you get in the heart wreath.
Lovely.
So
I'm going to get the wreath.
You're getting your fabrics, so your big piece of fabric.
So shop heart, £12.99. This is half price, everybody.
So you're getting the lovely daffodil fabric. You're getting the stand with the little, that's MDF stand. I've painted it. You can paint these if you want to, leave them plain if not. You're getting all of the hearts. Can't remember how many we get. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I think. 2, 4, 10 hearts, sorry.
10.
9 around the outside and 1 in the middle. We've even cut the heart-shaped backings for you. They're already cut out for you. All of the lace, the ribbon, and then the pieces to make your wreath. So you're getting all of that in this kit.
That? So all of it. So when you get this home, you can actually just get it out the packet and start making.
Just glue.
Just glue. So remember that glue pack. That's what you need. You need either your book binding glue, which is your tubs, which is shop book, or you need your glue it, which is your precision glue. Both ones the precision glue it is $14.99. Your book binding pots is $13.99. You get 3 of them, but remember you get your little spatula.
On this fabric there is a right and a wrong way. Well,
okay.
It's the daffodils all go one way.
Okay.
So when you're placing them, place your hearts so they all match.
Yep.
Then we're going to just cut round it, and like we just did before, it's going to be about a 5mm overlap all the way round. And again, this is a curved shape, so we will have to do all those little snips. Okay, and then anywhere there's a curve, right up to the cardboard. That really does make a difference. I thought I'd do this.
Super easy makes, aren't they?
They are just, you can sit down, start off with them, not really have to really concentrate, but you get a lovely result at the end of it.
When you're at home making and creating with cartonnage, it's a really relaxing way to work with it. But also, if you're somebody that isn't a sewer, you're not into the stitching, you don't want to get a needle and thread out. But you still love your fabric.
Yep.
You're still loving your fabric. This is just the marriage made in heaven, isn't it? Because the glue is your yarn, it's your stitching, it's what holds everything together. And you've seen how fabulous the glue is, because all of this is just held together with the glue. That's what's holding it together. There's no hinges as such around the outside edge. It's, it's not taped and things. It is just the glue that is holding all of this together. So the glue it's award-winning, isn't it? My lovely.
It is.
Award-winning glue that you get in here today, and a really good price. You've brought us all the good bargains today.
Yes.
So if you are somebody that loves their fabric, as in I love my fabric, but I'm not the best hand stitcher, I don't mind using a machine, but hand sewing is a little bit fiddly, this is amazing for you to be able to create projects like this. And having the kits that Christine designs for us just makes it a whole lot easier.
There you are. So that's all.
How easy is that?
Really neat and tidy.
That's lovely.
Then we're going to take the lace this time and glue the lace round.
And this is all included in this
In
one?
this one, you haven't got to add anything else, but this I think might be in your packet.
It is.
Might not. I don't know if this colour is in there. I can't remember.
Oh no, we have got yellow, we've got blue and pink that is got the extra, and a lilac that's got the extra ribbon in.
So I wasn't sure which ones they put in the pack. So this one is yellow in yours. This will come with these little yellow hearts.
Aren't they adorable?
So this is actually in this kit, and I usually start at the top of the heart.
So it makes a nice, when you get all the way round back to the beginning, it's a nice clean seam,
and it's
isn't
neat,
it?
Yeah, because you're going to put your backing on this as well.
And remember, you get the backing with it all. The kit does come with the stand and also that lovely felt backing, all included. Okay, this all comes with it, ready cut for you to start assembling.
What I should also say to you as well is, you know, when I'm rushing because we're putting it together. If you have, like I've put white on there, and that goes against my ethics really. You don't want it to be white. You want it to be see-through.
Yep.
Just wait a few moments, because as that starts drying, then it becomes a tacky glue. You see, and that's where I'm rushing to try and do the demonstrations for you, but. You can see how easy it is to do.
It really is super simple.
And then because it's gathered lace, that's the bit we're gluing down, just the gathered edge.
And it goes round those corners so smoothly because it's already gathered.
Yeah. Sometimes I leave just a little bit more, just a little overlap on the point, because again, you don't want to pull it too tight, otherwise it would come up again.
Oh, I love this.
It would have been easier to cut the piece off before I started because it's all twisted, but you can see. I don't like waste, so I don't cut mine until I get
when
to
I
the
do
end.
my ribbon or my bows, I always leave it on the reel and I cut as little off as I can possibly use.
Because we're all the same, us crafters.
No wasting.
No. I think in the instructions we say cut it to a certain size, but we don't. I haven't. And then we take one of our hearts.
Do we leave it to dry?
No, that's ready now.
Oh, right, okay.
Literally, then what I'll do now is a little bit of glue on the inside here. Again, too much glue, but hey ho. Spread it around. And a little bit on the lace.
You know, it's gone a long way, hasn't it? You only dipped in the glue once and it's still gone, and you're saying that there's still too much on there.
So just spread that around a little bit.
So for this, remember, Shop Heart gets you the whole kit. So you are going to get the heart, the stand, everything that you need for this, the fabric, the lace. It comes as one whole kit. So you're going to be making 10 of the hearts. And if you want to, you can actually paint the stand, etc., can't you?
Yes, yeah, I did the blue birthday one the other day.
Cover it with your fabric.
Might be slightly, you could, but it might slightly be difficult only because you've got the little slots. And you need, these are quite, Mark made these for me, so you have to make sure they
fit in.
They're tight, you see.
But you could actually paint it to go, so you've got paint so the colour.
But I'm sure people out there could cover that and just cut the slit out completely. Yeah, with a craft knife, you could do it.
I've done right one. I'd have a go. I'd definitely have a go to cover it with. I'd like it all matching.
You would you?
Yeah, I'd like it all matching, and I'd put the lace around the bottom as well.
You could do that though.
You could put your lace on it.
That wouldn't go to miss. And then you're going to cover your arms the same way as we did that wheelbarrow base. You know, the wheelbarrow piece. These all get covered individually.
Oh right, okay.
Don't try and do it as a whole circle, because they'll be moving and everything. Cover each one separately.
Yes.
Once all 8 are covered,
yes, then
you lay your first 4 down. These are covered in the fabric, the same, mine is up there that you've just showed. 4 of those down.
Yes.
And then the next 4, turn that one over, it's only because I've just can flatten it anyway. And then your next 4 will glue covered on top.
Lovely.
So that gives you that perfect circle.
So you know when you're covering these then, Christine, do you only do the same 5mm
5mm snap and just do your snips all the way around. It will need a lot of snips on these because they're curved.
But so you're not wasting anything. So we're not covering it all of it. We're just covering it, putting that 5mm.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Exactly as we did with the wheelbarrow piece. You know that the
arm.
The base part. And these will all, so don't waste your fabric because you can come into...
Oh, quite close.
Yeah, because you only need a little overlap all the way round. When I'm doing samples and I'm in a hurry, I would stick them all down and then cut them all out, but rather than cut one each time. But
well, yeah, because like you were saying, also laying it out, make sure that you've also got them all the right way, your material's facing all the right way, and you're not going to move your material, put it down, your material's upside down when you actually come to make the next one. So it's actually a really good tip that, to get it all laid out and glued in one go.
Yeah, and then come round and cut.
And also, if somebody comes to the door or something happens, you've got it all glued down, and you're not going to then forget where you were and what you were doing.
And that's why I always glue before I cut as well.
Right.
Because if you try holding that in place and cutting that out, which some people, if you don't explain it to them properly, and they're trying to hold that, cut it out, you can cut too near in one place. I haven't with this because I've cut it to the right size.
Lovely. So all these top tips, that's because you're watching us here live at our VIP shopping. We're having a fabulous 2 hours with our lovely Christine. Some incredible bargains that she's brought to us. The cartonnage is so popular. Like I say, if you're somebody like me that loves their fabric, but the hand sewing side of things isn't your favourite thing to do, then this is the way forward, because you've got such a quality product here. Not only is the kit already been designed for you for ease of use, all the pieces are already cut out for you, again, which makes it super simple. You get a substantial amount of fabric, so you know you've got enough in the kits to actually work, and it be enough to, if you are less frugal, let's say, you haven't got to worry about it. So in all, you've got this and then that award-winning glue to go with it. Just is incredible crafting, but also gift giving. So just have a look at some of the samples that we've got on the set with us. We have got this lovely picnic basket, courtesy of our lovely Carly, because she needed a picnic basket. And again, super simple to build. Everything glues on flat. You just make sure you've got your thin and your thick pieces, and that lace that you've seen Christine do just around the edges and sandwiches it together. Super project to build. This one is just the cartonnage, so it's just the card pieces. Then you would add in either your fabric bundle that we've got on the show or the paints, because I'm going to come back and remind you about the paints. So that is our lovely picnic. Shop Picnic, $12.99. We have also got these fabulous samples as well. So this is Shop Garden. Now, Shop Garden gets you all of it. Okay, gets you your wheelbarrow and your birdhouses, which is beautiful. And they lift up. Look, they're like little gift boxes. They've got a little door on them, so you can actually use them, which is fabulous. Have them hung on your Easter tree, or have them as ornaments on the side. Or like I say, if you do seal them, I think the Aquastone varnish would seal these for you to be able to have them outside. I'm going to have to get some of that to try. I will have a go with Christine's
that.
going to have a play as well now, so that's a thumbs up. So cross-pollinating our projects. So Shop Garden, and then you can see all the other cartonnage pieces that Christine's bought for us. We've got the Happy Birthday. We've got the beautiful heart that Christine is actually assembling for us now. So Shop Heart gets you that as a full kit, but that one does include your fabric and your lace around the outside edge. The Happy Birthday, Shop Birthday, comes as it is, flat pack, but you do get your stand, etc. with it, okay? But then, if you do want to decorate it with your fabric, decorate away, because there's lots of different fabric bundles on the show. Or maybe you're going for the paint. So you can see it painted here. Now, Shop Paint gets you the Pinflair acrylic paint. Now, I thought, honestly, when Christine picked these up earlier when they were on the set, I thought these were out of Christine's. I thought these were pot. They're not. They're polystyrene. I thought they were pot out the garden. Did you think they were pot ornaments, Sam? Yeah, so did I. Lewis did. We all thought they were pot ornaments. They're not. They're polystyrene. So the paint has been formulated to go on this as one coat. Look at the coverage that you're getting on there. It really is polystyrene. I'm not kidding you. Look, they're polystyrene elements. Now, Christine's painted these one coat, and then on here...
You can stick to prove...
No. Oh!
It's polystyrene.
It's okay. That were a
bit vicious, wasn't it?
But yeah, that were a bit, wasn't it? Oh, bless
it's
you.
Polystyrene.
It's are you all right? Gosh, I felt that myself. So it's yeah, I was blown away by this. So that is just testimony of the quality of the paint, because I thought these were pot figures. So it goes on with one coat because, again, it's been formulated for the polystyrene. Now on here you can also see, now this you're going to have to go to the brand shop for, the glossy pieces. So that is the Pinflair Glossit. Okay, it's brilliant. I've been making beads and all sorts with the Glossit just recently, centering my flowers and everything that I've been doing. And then I've been liking it because it stays domed, and then I've put glitter and things on top.
Oh, very
been doing
nice.
All sorts
yeah,
with it.
yeah, yeah.
So there's your Glossit. So that is your paint, okay? So you're getting black, white, blue, red and yellow. So you're getting your primary colours in there. You are getting 6 brushes included of various sizes, again, because you don't want to just be given one little brush. This paint's ever so heavy. You don't want to be given one little brush and be expected to cover a piece that big, do you? So Christine's got all that organised for us. So you've got your various brushes, and then because you've got your primaries, you can start mixing, because they all mix beautifully together.
Yeah, that's what I've done with
the greens and everything.
The green was, obviously I'd mixed the green for that, and the browns, and yeah, lovely.
So you can mix your colours, and then a fabulous palette to be able to do that as well. Brilliant. So that one is shop paint, £17.99, and £8 saving on that one. So we're going to go, oh, hang on a minute. Can we demo the birthday as well? Garden. 20% is already in allocation for the garden, okay? Birthday, neck and neck on the garden and the birthday, both 20% in allocation. Now, remember, everybody, to be checking out your baskets as well, because the sooner you check out, the sooner you can start shipping them, isn't it?
Yes, definitely, yeah.
And they'll be with you.
Already.
How long does it take?
We should get the orders tomorrow, and they'll go tomorrow.
They'll go tomorrow. So you'll have them for the weekend.
Yeah.
So you can be crafting. Oh, it's getting a lovely weekend as well. You could be outside crafting in your garden, because that's my favourite place to craft is in my garden. I have a little table out there with me gazebo up, and I sit out there all the time crafting away.
I've covered those 2 pieces just to show you that would
Lovely.
be like that. So
yes.
This would be covered underneath, and they will get glued on top.
But there's no waste. You've literally snipped around that much. Love that.
So just to show that that's how easy it is to do. Really.
They really are super easy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to recap on some of the lace and the glue. Are you all, while you get ready, you're fine. Now, win. Are you typing win? I hope you are, because Christine's got this incredible bundle for us. Let me bring it forward. This is our giveaway. You are getting your oblong tissue box cartonnage kit with the instructions and everything that you need. You're getting your little square one as well. With the, has this got shirting in it as well?
Yeah, because
Look,
they open at the top, so you can, if you haven't got the right size tissues to fit in the box, you can take them out of the box, and it still looks nice because it opens at the top. And
the fabric to cover them both with. This is beautiful fabric. So when you get these, so Shop Win will get you these. No, Win. Sorry. Win. Sorry. Type winning. Oh, getting all carried away there. We're getting carried away. So that is the giveaway. Isn't that a super giveaway, everybody? Very generous that you're getting both kits and the fabric. So all you're going to need is a pair of scissors and your glue. So let's go back to this glue and the material, because really, when you've got your cartonnage, this is what you're going to need to then to be able to cover it, or the paint. So this is your bookbinding glue in the fabulous big tub. So the whole lid comes off. So you've got access with your larger spatulas. But you don't have to use a spatula, do you, Christine? You can use a brush.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
The
can put it...
reason I use a spatula is because it dries quite quick.
Yes.
And with a brush, you'd be having to have a little pot of water and have to keep washing it out because it would dry on your brush.
On your brush.
So that's why I use spatulas. But there's nothing to stop you using.
You can apply it with a brush.
Yeah.
So that is 3 of those, $13.99. Then we're going to move across to, again, this is award-winning glue. You have got your 3D Pinflair glue gel, okay? Comes as a twin pack. You do get 2 syringes and you get your metal key. You wind on your metal key onto the top. It goes on really easy. You just pop that on there like so. And then, just like you do with your corned beef, you wind it. However, inside there is a seal. You need to take your little silver seal off, okay? Peel that away. It's even got a little thing on it that you can actually get hold of and pull it away. Once it's then open, you then do just 2 turns of your key into the syringe to fill the syringe and then pop the plunger back in. When you've used it, you had a little bit of pressure and you squeeze a little small dome of glue. Then while you've still got the pressure on the on there, put the cap on and screw that on nice and tight. That then creates an airtight seal, so no air can get in there. It creates a vacuum. Okay, and then the same thing, if you've ever got any glue left in your syringe, are you ready for this? Oh, it didn't do it. I like it when it pops. Pop that in there, pretending that there's glue in it. So you've put your glue in. When you're finished, if there's some left in there, squeeze out a little bit of glue so it's coming out the end. Pop your cap on and press it down nice and firm. And again, that then creates an airtight seal for your glue, so you can then use it. But your top comes inside, so it makes it easier so you don't lose it. Okay, so don't think that you've got it's actually in there. Then of course we have our Glue It. It's exactly the same glue that is in the bookbinding pots, but this time you're getting 3 bottles and it's in a lovely precision nib squeezable bottle. Just a quick recap: Shop Pastel is the top for your pastel colours. Shop Bloom is your bloom on this side, which again is beautiful. Shop Etched at the bottom, that is a gorgeous etched paisley pattern. It is beautiful, I love that. And then Shop Easter, which has got to be my favourite because it's got all them bunny rabbits on. Now we're going to go back over to our lovely Christine for a demo. This is our shop birthday. So this is how the kit arrives.
So it'll come to you with the 2 sheets. I have pushed a few letters out because I've used them. But you just, you'll get 2 sheets. So you push the backing out, which is the base to put your letters onto. You've got all your letters for birthday and all your balloons. And the same with the happy on that side. So we just push these out. And because you've pushed them out, there's only one way you can tell which way they go because of the curvish in the print, stamping of it. Glue onto this. It's a lovely surface if you just want to paint them. They're all ready to be painted, which we'll do one in a minute. But just again, very thin layer of the glue. Little bit fiddly, but ever so rewarding once they're done.
So you put the glue on the face of it?
Yes.
Right, okay.
So now I've put it onto my fabric, and again it's these little snips. This time you only need to leave a tiny amount of fabric, just enough to fold over, because they're smallish pieces. Just remember all those little snips as you're doing it.
Again, really super easy technique, isn't it?
It is. It's just remembering to do enough of the little snips to take the curvage of these pieces.
So it overlaps?
Yep. Otherwise, it would just not lay flat. It would not look neat.
So if you do get it where you've not done enough, can you then peel it and then go back in and do a few more?
Yes, definitely.
So there's no going wrong on it, really, is there?
No. Just, or take a little bit of fabric out. So when you've stuck it down, you think, oh, look, that's coming right over to there. I can still see it. Just take a bit off.
Oh.
So just go around your shape.
Snippy snip. So all you need really when you're working with your cartonnage is a pair of scissors and your glue.
This type of project, you will need quite a sharpish pair, or a little craft knife, because you want to get into that fabric. And again, it's little snips in that bit. And a little tip, I'll show you, this is worth seeing actually, this little bit, because you think, oh my God, how can you get that neat and looking tidy? Just little snips. So a small pair of scissors is very useful. Put the glue on, and then I use my spatula to push it down. So glue onto the fabric and onto the cardboard. Mine's too much there, Christine. Let's take some off. So I've made sure everything is covered now. The fabric, the card in that piece. Then if we take a spatula or a...
So you've gone with a clean one.
I have there because you don't need to get
more glue.
Any more glue on there. Push that down.
Look at that.
And then I can push that back on the inside.
Now that's a top tip, isn't it? Because
it looks
you're not
like you
going to
think,
want
oh my God,
to put your fingers in there.
How am I going to get that looking neat and tidy? Yeah, just like that.
These are super. I love this. So remember, this is your birthday. I'm going to bring them both forward because I think these are beautiful. Look at that.
Well, when you think how expensive those birthday banners are you buy from the card shops and things, one use really, aren't they? Because you never put them up properly and then you take them down and they tear or whatever. You can get this out every year and anybody's birthday.
Could be. Yeah, absolutely. I love when Christine said that she used to have one of these for the youngsters at the nursery, and they'd get this out for the birthday. But then you could do it that you could have it a bit further up and space for a photo, so you could have the photo in it for the day.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that super cute? Absolutely love that. Also, I think it would make a cracking cake topper.
Yeah,
you know,
never
for that
thought
special
of that,
birthday, a big birthday.
Or have the cake in front and just that behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Isn't it gorgeous?
Especially if you go for one of those big cakes from the supermarket that haven't really got much decoration on it.
Them big flat square ones. Yeah. That would be cracking on top of one of those. Yeah. How easy is this coming together?
So
a little bit of glue.
Just spend a little bit of time making sure you just get those little edges glued down. And on this, I don't usually say put it onto fabric, but because it's small pieces and it's curved shape, go to the fabric rather than the cardboard. And again, just spend a few moments pushing them down.
How easy is that? And that looks beautiful. It's tidy, it's all neat. It's not actually taken that long. But to make this and have it as a keepsake, as a project, you absolutely would.
There you are.
Look at that. That's brilliant. We're loving this.
And the same would be for your balloons. On the painted one, I've left the backing piece white. I didn't even bother painting that. I could have done.
Yes.
Could have done, but I didn't. That's just as the card comes.
So you just painted the actual coloured elements.
This got done not last night, the night before. We were doing it. We started about, I said, oh, I haven't got anything painted for the show. So I started painting it about 9:30. We finished at 11:30. I finished at 11:30 because you obviously had to wait for the paint to dry. It dries really quickly. I was going to paint a balloon just to show you how
nice it goes on.
Goes on in one coat as well. So you get your little mixing palette. So take a little bit of your paint, and I've got a brush in here. So
this is shop paint, everybody. This one gets you. I'm going to bring the bundle forward so you all see. Okay, you're getting all 5 colours. You get your black, your white, blue, your red, and your yellow, which is your primary colours. Not only do you get that, you also get your little palette. And my words are shocking at the minute. Brain fog's awful. And then you get in 6 of your brushes. Now Christina's put in all different various sizes.
This is one of them in there.
With the larger ones. Yeah. Because when you're painting a larger surface, you don't want a tiddly-fiddly brush because you'll be there forever. This is just one
coat. Look how lovely that
Look at that.
Onto a shiny surface.
Do you know, and I'm glad you've used the yellow, because I sometimes find with some yellow paints, they are very transparent.
They are, yeah. So that's one coat yellow.
Look at that on a white surface.
And a shiny surface.
Yeah, it's shiny as well. That is brilliant.
That's why it goes on to polystyrene, because it's shiny surfaces.
Well, I'm just blown away by the polystyrene because we thought these were pot. They're actually not. They're polystyrene. And that's how good that paint looks when it's on a surface. It actually you think it's an actual pot project. So it was formulated for your polystyrene. Now, if you are somebody that's bought all the polystyrene eggs and things that you've got, you'll be able to decorate to your heart's content with this.
But it goes just as well onto porcelain, anything like that
else
as well. Shiny tiles.
Oh, does it?
Paint going onto shiny tiles.
That's
it's very hard.
That is hard. That's hard to put that on there. So now we've got shop birthday. Are we doing a little counter recap, Lewis? Where would you like us to go? Yeah, do a counter. We'll go on from picnic down.
I'll leave that on there.
Are you coming with us?
Elbow,
no, I will.
I know, so will I.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll find it stuck on my sleeve later. You know I'm going to do that. So this is, I think, has been super popular. It's one of Christine's latest additions. This is Shop Picnic. Now, it is a substantial piece. This is really big. I don't think you can really tell.
It is my biggest box I've ever done.
It is a big box. Now, it opens up on both sides. Everything that you need is in the kit, okay? All the instructions. You are only getting the cartonnage though, okay? So it's Shop Picnic. Large storage picnic container, $12.99. Now, Christine's brought this to us here today at half price, okay? So you've got a saving of $12.99, which is fabulous because it's a brand new piece.
Our little hexagon sewing box is $14.99.
There you go.
Without fabric. So to think you're getting a kit this big for
$12.99.
Very good value.
It is a ridiculous value, okay? So that is first. That has been really popular. So, and remember, please check out your baskets, because until you check it out, the lovely Christine can't post it to you. So the quicker you check out, the quicker Christine can get it in the post for you all. Then we're going on to Shop Garden. These are really lovely. I adore this little bundle. Whether you're going to go, now Christine had a fabulous idea earlier. You can have one of these on your patio table outdoors with all your condiments in.
Oh yeah, we use ours all the time.
I think that is a super idea, that. So it's not just ornaments. This is actual usable things that you're going to actually create. And I love that you bring us that is not just an ornamental thing. You're going to use them, okay? And also gift them as well, which is brilliant, because then they're going to use them. Shop Garden gets you the wheelbarrow, which is quite large, together with your large, your medium.
If I left the roof. Yeah, it did lift. So that could be filled with little eggs or whatever.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that just beautiful to have it all decorated inside?
So that could be filled with little eggs or
and
whatever.
Just, can you come in close there? There's no edges, no seams, nothing's unsightly. It's all beautifully finished. That is gorgeous. I didn't do that on the little one, so. No, that's a bit fiddly. Yeah, but on the big one, that's beautiful. I think you could get an egg in there, actually, Christine.
Those big bunnies.
Yeah, them big,
the standy-uppy.
The gold ones with the ribbon.
Oh, I don't know about him, but they do standy up ones.
Yeah, they'd be lovely. They'd fit. So gifting with these as well, but also then they're keepsakes. They're going to have them again and again and again. All of that, large, medium, and your 4 small, all together $14.99. Again, Christine's done this as half price for everybody, which is fabulous.
I've just thought of another one. If you did the roof so it opened the same as the box, because you've got your shirt in the kit.
Yeah.
Your branch coming out there for your Easter decoration.
And have it as the base of your decoration.
Yeah, that would look really lovely.
That would look very nice. Oh, all right.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll let you have that one. That was crafting on the go.
Put a branch in there, your little houses hanging off it would look
your
lovely.
Lights, put your lights in.
Yeah.
See, I'm making a shopping basket.
That looks nice.
It does. It will look beautiful.
In my head already.
Yeah, already, she's made it. It's finished, complete.
That's tonight. I do it. That's me. That's me.
Now we're going to go on to lights. Now these again have been really popular. Shop Light. You are getting all 3 for $12.99, which is a brilliant bargain. Takes 3 AAA batteries. The batteries aren't included, and there's 8 of these lovely warm lights on here. They are LED, so there's no having to change the bulbs or anything like that.
And also they're really sturdy. I've had the other, we do sell the other lighter weight ones as well, but these are just so sturdy. These can go along your Christmas decorations, things like that. We have had them with the clip together baubles things, because they are really strong.
We're going to do a little demonstration. Now, we've had a changeover of staff. So we've got a new cameraman. Instead of Sam, we've got Ethan. And so you need to be doing the oohing, Ethan, because Sam joins in. No, I won't. So here we have lights down, please. Oh, look. Aren't they lovely? They're a beautiful colour.
They are a nice colour, aren't they?
They are a really lovely colour. Can you, Christine, with your alcohol markers, could you colour them?
Of course you could. No problem at all.
If you wanted them a colour theme, you could absolutely colour them.
Yeah.
There we go. Even if you wanted them a colour. I like that you can actually choose your colour.
And the fact you've got 3 packets, you could you join them together, make them longer or whatever.
You could twist them together.
Yeah,
So you could have a string of white, a string of pink and a string of whatever and twine them together.
Lovely.
That would look lovely.
Yeah.
So all 3, $12.99 for that one. True bargain. Next one, I'm hoping that you're all been putting this in your basket along with the word win, because of the giveaway that we've got, which is fabulous. Shop Lace. Now, you're getting 50 of the beautiful rose ribbons. You're getting 50 of the little 7mm. I can't make bows that tiny.
Oh, I'll have to give you a lesson. So easy. I'll teach you.
Have you made all those?
No, but I do.
Do make the little ones?
We have had before now when we're waiting for a delivery to come in.
You've done them all.
Christine sits there tying bows. I quite find it therapeutic, actually.
But
no, I didn't do all of those.
Would you be all right getting on with that? Are you in the way? No, it's absolutely not. $17.99 for this, but it's not just the ribbons and the lovely roses. You are also getting the gathered lace as well. 7 colours, so you can see what's on here. You're getting the 7 colours, but you're getting 3 meters of each, and these are 1/2 inch gathered lace pieces. So there's 21 meters of lace.
And this is a slightly special one. The yellow one is slightly elasticated as well.
Is it?
I loved it when I did it around the birdhouses.
Oh, okay.
So round your little socks, that would be lovely.
Yeah, we were talking about little girl socks and the ribbons on it. They would be lovely. I just need to, you're watching everybody. It does. Now we're going to go to the glue, because this is award-winning glue. I think if you haven't got this in your home, I'm going to say why. Because it does multiple things. What did we use the other day to fix something of yours? It's my son.
Oh, I didn't know
so
that.
his shoes were broken.
Oh.
So he says, Mum, my shoes are coming apart. What did we do? I says, oh, come here, I can fix those. We got the glue out and we mended the shoes. Of course we did. So we've got Shop Book is your tubs. You're getting all 3 tubs and the spatula for $13.99.
And this one, if you other things than cartonnage, because we've used it with cartonnage, this will turn up your trousers and it will wash 8 times in the washing machine.
It does.
Applique, great for that because it stays soft and pliable. So if you put your applique on your fabrics and then sew around it with your sewing machine.
Can you really?
Yes.
So when I'm using my sketch and I'm doing the patches, when I've done the patch, I can put the glue on.
Glue it on first.
And then I can sew around it without having to chase it around.
Yeah. Perfect for that.
I've got buckets of it, so we're fine. I'm all right for that. Love this glue. Then we have also got the 3D glue gel that I've just said is amazing for all of your decoupage. If you're wanting to add height and decoupage to your projects, it is just
all
amazing.
Those letters on that happy birthday could have easily have been put on with glue gel
to lift them forward, so you could have them all at different heights. And when you squeeze it out at that size, it doesn't move. Some of them sag a little bit. This doesn't. It actually stays exactly as it is.
And there's no silicone in it. That's the other thing we've not mentioned that, have we?
No
it's
silicone.
Silicone free. So anybody that's allergic to silicone, can't stand the smell of silicone, it's
not there. It's
silicone
fabulous.
Free.
And then in here we've got our Glue It. Again, 3 bottles of the Glue It. In here is the same glue that's in the pot. However, they've popped it into an incredible bottle. You've got the precision nib, and it's a lovely, it really is a soft, squeezable bottle. So if you do struggle with having to squeeze things.
We use that for all of our, even our paints in the same bottles.
Yeah, the paints in, absolutely.
I sometimes change the lids for easier how we put things on, But
that again, and also if you want to fill it, if you're running, that will fill this, because you just take the lid off, take the nozzle off, and then
We've all
pour
done
it in. Absolutely, because it's the same glue.
Or vice versa, when I've run out of my
absolutely.
tub.
Just take the lid off and tip it into there, because it's easy access. Absolutely, you can. Now we've got the fabrics on the show, so we've brought you the cartonnage, or the lovely Christine's brought us the cartonnage, which is wonderful. But those are just the kits on their own. When you're making the cartonnage, then you need something to cover it with, don't you? Which is then the fabric. Now these bundles have got 2 meters of fabric in each one, 4 colours, half a metre of each colour.
I'm going to open one up while you're talking as well, so you can
So Shop Pastel is this one here. So that one is $14.99. You've got $4.81 saving on that. Now that is a substantial piece of fabric, and you're getting 4 of those in each kit. Okay, that's a really good amount of fabric. So you're going to be able to cover loads with that, aren't you?
Yes.
Absolutely. Then we've got Shop Bloom, which is at this side, which is that beautiful etched on. It's just stunning flower. Now that teal that's on there is what Christine has used for the picnic basket, which is a stunning colour. Then Shopped Etch at the bottom here, that's your etched paisley pattern, which again is gorgeous. Again, all 4 colours, and the cream one that is on the top is the one that you used on the inside.
Yeah, but if you went for just one bundle, the green and the yellow would go
Work together beautifully.
The green and pink would even go. So if you can only go for one bundle, they all work for all these projects.
Because you put them together for the colourway, haven't you?
Yes.
Then you've also, at the end, my favourite, it's got to be my favourite, because we've got the bunnies.
You've got the bunnies in there, but also you're getting those beautiful spots, and they're slightly linen feel to them.
They are.
Yeah, so you've got
Can we open one of those, Christine?
Of course.
So that seems a bit heavier weight.
It does. So it covers cartonnage, no problem, but it gives you a little bit more, if you like making bags and things like that. Yeah, texture to it. Again,
look at this.
Half metre, but it's slightly linen-y. So
it does feel like linen when you look at it, like your linen trousers and things like that. It's a beautiful weight fabric. So that one is your Easter shop.
So you're getting this colour, the red, the pink, that lovely pink, and the green in that one, as well as your Easter.
And you're getting the green is a gingham, and that is an embossed flower, but it almost feels like it's embroidered. Yeah. Beautiful fabric, Christine, as always.
Just
it's
slightly different though, because we've mixed the others are all the same. Types.
So you've got a more of an Easter-esque kind of
I went
colour.
with the colours in the Easter fabric rather than...
And they work beautifully. Look at that. It doesn't matter how you would mix all of that together, because that is here, your green is in here, and your yellow, that's a perfect yellow on that gingham stripe, isn't it? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now remember everybody, be typing WIN in with the chance of the giveaway, which is 2 of those lovely tissue box kits with the fabric. A brilliant giveaway, I think. Then, moving on, Shop Heart. This does come as a complete kit, okay? You get the stand, you get all the elements, the heart's already cut out. You do get the fabric, and you get the gathered lace as well with it. And then if I turn this round, not only do you get all of that, Christine very kindly has already cut the felt out as well for the back. So you don't even need to do any trimming or anything with that. You literally glue and stick all the stand and everything for $12.99. Again, that is another one that is half price for you all today.
But as you were saying about your that would go outside, you could cover the heart shape, perhaps not the lace part. Well, the lace wouldn't matter if it got wet. It would go on the door of your house as
well. It would be a beautiful wreath. That would make a cracking with your eggs and things. Cracking wreath. There we go. Bum bum. I've spent too much time with David and Ethan, because that's an Ethan joke. So also we've got the happy birthday. I love these, and also showing the versatility, whether you're a fabric person and you like your fabric and you want to then use it as your fabric, which is the cartonnage way of using it, or because Christina's bought us that fabulous acrylic paint, you could also go the paint as well, okay? And you can do that with all of your cartonnage. You can paint them, you can cover them with your rice papers, you can do whatever you want with them.
That little house at the end is just
papers
and tissue paper and...
So if you've got your tissue paper or your rice papers and things, you can actually just add the paper on.
And that's
to do the
front
paper.
Of it. The front of it is one of our push-out card kits that we bring you sometimes, you know, just
Last
save
week.
all the pieces that were left over.
To get that, did you just literally draw around then and cut the pieces out to make them match?
On
On the paper?
No, all I've done there is, yeah, I did on that one, but you could do it with your napkin glue.
Yes. So and then sand it off.
Yeah.
Take the edges off.
Or just wet it so it tears off.
Of course you would. Because Christine knows what she's doing.
But it's nice to do those.
Isn't it? So again,
but any of your papers or card stuff you've
all
already
of that.
got.
So if you've got the bundles from this morning that I had on the show, the rice papers or what David launched last night, they would look stunning on these.
I haven't seen these yet.
Oh, bees and all sorts.
Wouldn't they look lovely?
They are lovely, absolutely gorgeous. So again, whether you want to paint them, do them with fabric, however you want to actually put them together, the choice is yours. And then finally, the incredible paint bundle that Christine, is that dry now, Christine?
Yeah, a little bit on that corner.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, it'll be dry.
Now, I'm glad you did the yellow because a yellow is really difficult to get one coat. That was one coat on there. Sometimes yellow and orange can be a little bit transparent, can't it?
Yeah, and some reds I've found as well. Yeah,
you have to do a couple of coats. Not on that one. That was one coat.
All of that is one coated.
On a shiny surface. On a really shiny surface, and that's gone on beautiful matte as well, which is gorgeous. So the paint...
The price we brought it to you is a good price for you to have, but it isn't just normal. You mustn't think of it as just normal PVA.
No, it isn't.
Acrylic paint.
No.
It is a really good quality, or the best we could get to go on polystyrene. So yeah.
So it was manufactured specially for a polystyrene base. So there's probably binders and things in here that you wouldn't find in. Don't think this is your normal acrylic finger paint and things like that. It absolutely is not.
You can use it in the same way, but it just gives you one coat.
It's just one coat. So it was specially done for the polystyrene. So you get all 5. You get your
brushes and your
palette. Okay, all of that, shop paint. And this is a really nice deep palette as well. And I love, just when you show your palette, that your brush rests in it. Look at that. How cool is that it rests in it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? The paint isn't that way and running into the actual ferrule. It's that way and stays where it needs to be. So it keeps it also wet on the edge. It's not going to end up drying out if you leave it in the paint. Fabulous paint pot, that.
What I usually do is put me primary colours down there, mix them in here, then have this separate brush next to it.
Brilliant. All of that, $17.99. Again, fabulous saving of £8 on that one. Now, where would you like us to go? Garden. Oh, garden, everybody. It must be you, Ethan, because we've had a change of camera. What did you say it was? Sorry. 33% in allocation of the garden, which is fabulous. So shop garden. This gets you the wheelbarrow, because we did do a little bit of making this, didn't we?
Yes, yep.
Just make sure that you've got your right sides the right way, okay? It is follow the instructions and make sure you mark your pieces as you're building it.
It's the only kit you have to worry about today, though. All the others are...
All the others pretty easy.
Yes.
Because, I mean, you know which is the front on that one because it's got a hole in it.
And it will have thick and thin card as well.
Yes.
So thin on the inside, thick on the outside.
So you're definitely going to know which is the front and back on that one. So you're also getting your large birdhouse, beautifully decorated with those fabrics. I love that. I like that you've even got the little thing for the bird to stand on. I think that's adorable. Then you've got the medium one. Again, decorated differently because you can decorate these however you like. Maybe you've already got napkin stashes at home. Yeah. Again, go on to the brand shop for Pinflair while you're there because all your glues are on there, aren't they? You've got your Glossit, which is what Christine has used on the duck bill, etc., over the top of that paint. And also you've got your napkin glues because Pinflair don't just do the 3 glues or the 2 glues that we've got on the show. There's envelope glue, you name a glue that you might need. Stencil glue. Why did I not say that? Stencil. The amount, how much stencil glue did we get through? quite a bit, don't we, in the way we always go through and say, can we have some stencil glue, please?
We're just waiting for the next cry at the moment.
You just said, can we have some? So that is what we retack our Brother Scan Cut mats with. Of course it is. Of course it is. So
it's the only approved glue for it.
It is the only approved glue for it. Nothing else. Brother have said you can use that glue and that only glue for retacking your mats. So again, thumbs up for the Pinflair glue. So if you do want anything else, maybe for your embellishments and things like that, have a look on that brand shop before you check out, because there just might be, you might want your sticky picky uppy tool.
Yeah, that's on there. Yeah,
because that is the best sticky picky uppy tool in the world. Just don't pull the ends off. Okay.
I've just bought some inexpensive biros when they've got that on the end, so I can understand why people do them.
Yeah, you don't pull the rubber end off. That is the sticky picky uppy bit. Okay, if you pull that off, that's it. You've scuppered it.
The first show I ever did on TV, Nigel May did that to us, and I didn't bring spares at that time. I've learnt my lesson since then, but he did. He went, "Oh, so you pick this off and it's ready." No,
we need that bit. That's the sticky picky uppy bit. Bless him. Should have got to be Nigel, hadn't it, really? Oh, that's funny. So the shop garden, 33% is in allocation, $14.99. And remember, the sooner you start checking out your baskets, the sooner the lovely Christine can get these orders out to you, and you can be creating in the comfort of your own home.
And we've done this as an Easter theme, as it's the time of year.
Of course it is.
These little bird houses for Christmas, we've done them in Christmas fabrics before now. The wheelbarrow can be in absolutely anything. The bird houses don't have to say Easter, do they?
Nope.
So the kits might have that sort of Eastery theme on the front, but the cardboard's the same for any of them.
You just make whatever you want. And obviously, if you're making to sell or making to gift, Christine has said absolutely you can.
No problem.
You can use them to create templates as well, which is
this one here we've done before, and the picture on the front cover is actually one of them. This one here.
Bees.
I cut a little piece out of the cardboard and stand my scissors in it and have a ball of string inside. So just little ideas that. So for a gardening one.
That's cool.
Yeah, so literally all I did with my craft knife, cut a little window in the top there.
And then you've got your scissors, so it could be
scissors stand in it, and then.
So you could do it all as garden.
Yeah.
Like somebody, it could not a birdhouse. It's a garden shed.
It could be.
It's a garden shed instead, or it's what do you have at the seaside?
A beach hut.
Yes. These could be beach huts. You could have beach huts instead, could you? Yeah, you could decorate them however you want to decorate them. They're brilliant.
Little ideas for them, really.
Of course they are. Then, of course, where have we been now? I can't remember where we've got to. So are we going to do the giveaway? Shall we do the giveaway? Let's do the giveaway, because this is just the best thing ever. Christine has been so generous. You are getting not one kit, you're getting 2 kits and the material that covers this.
Yes.
And the material is enough to do both of them,
easily,
isn't it?
and
yeah,
more.
Absolutely. This is lovely. So can we have a drum roll, please? Just a minute, I've got to do a drum. The drum roll for the winner of the giveaway.
Shirley Jones.
Hey, well done, Shirley. That's incredible. I know you're going to say I never win anything. Well, you have this morning, my lovely. Shirley, these are coming to you. How phenomenal. That is brilliant. So thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Shirley, for entering.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you, Shirley. We've got a lot of love in the comments coming through for you, because obviously you've been in the industry a little bit.
Well, it's 35 years in June.
Oh, we're trying to keep it a secret for you.
Oh.
Yeah. So 35 years in June. Yeah, just a little bit, isn't it? Just a little bit, that. So we have a phenomenon. So you're getting 35 years worth of that knowledge that's gone into actually creating all of this for you.
And I get my pension.
Oh, do you?
I do.
That's a win-win.
I started the company on my birthday.
Did you?
Yeah.
So we've got a win-win situation for Christine. Not only has she got a 35th birthday in the business,
No,
you also...
Yeah,
you also get your...
36 in life.
You
No,
get your-
66 in life.
Blimey neck. So, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're looking well on that,
Thank
my love.
you.
Absolutely. So remember, check out your baskets, everybody. How long have we got left with that fabulous winner? A minute. Right. quick.
Time for eating eggs then.
There you go, you have that one.
I don't need eggs.
There you are, Ethan. Put that in your pocket for when you go. No,
For
you don't want
later.
one. Yeah, you will. You
Yeah,
will.
just being
Absolutely, you will.
shy.
There you are, Lewis. Lewis, can you catch?
Hey!
So we're going to be eating eggs with a cup of tea. I think we need a cup of tea after 2 hours.
Thank
You
you.
know, thank you everybody from the bottom of our hearts. It is really lovely that you come along and join us for these shows. And I know Christine just loves it.
I love coming. Love
Yeah,
coming.
absolutely, because obviously we've got all this knowledge to share with you, fabulous kits and giving for everybody. So remember, check out your baskets, because the sooner you check out, the sooner Christine can get it all out in the post for you, and you can have things like this in your own homes sat in front of you that you can say, I made that. How good's that? So thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you all again very soon through that wall there with our lovely David. Stay tuned. Bye for now.